Outdoors.
Outdoors. Do you sense that it's daytime or nighttime?
Daytime.
Very good. So I want you to notice what this place is. What's the first impression that you get from this place?
I think it's a field.
A field. Begin to fill in some of the information around you. What else do you notice?
Mm. I'm just alone in a field.
Alone in a field. So let's find out what kind of body you have. I'd like for you to look down at the ground and just notice your feet. What do they look like?
Um, I think I'm a girl.
A girl. Very good.
Mm.
And are you wearing anything on your feet? Or are they bare?
They're bare.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else you're wearing. Start to look up towards your legs and your torso.
Um, I feel like I've just got like a white um, a dress with a white sort of apron, like a pinafore.
Mm-hmm. Pinafore. Stretch out your arms. See if you're carrying anything.
No,
No.
I'm just
Mm-hmm.
playing in the field.
And look at your face. What do you look like?
Um, just a young girl with blonde hair.
Mm-hmm. Blonde hair. How long is your hair?
Just past my shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Good. And even if you don't know exactly, I want you to realize what number this is. What age are you? What number comes up?
10.
10. Very good. And what do they call you there?
Sally.
Sally. Very good. So I'll be calling you Sally from now on. So, Sally, let's find out what you're doing in this field. Just tell me what you're doing as you're playing there.
Just skipping and enjoying the freedom and the sun. It's a beautiful day. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
really doing anything much.
Very good. So let's see what happens next, Sally. Where do you go next?
I'm going into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm safe here, but I feel like there's a war somewhere that maybe I won't be safe for much longer.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about that.
There's soldiers. I feel like they're coming.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Do you see these soldiers?
not, I think I'm a little bit unaware, but I feel that there's a war happening.
Okay, very good. So, Sally, let's see what happens next. What happens when you go to the woods?
Mm, I think I'm going back home now.
Very good. So, as you go home, I want you to describe to me what does your home look like?
It's just a little hut.
Mm-hmm. A little hut. Mm-hmm.
My mum's rushed out to meet me. She's grabbing hold of me and cuddling me. She's worried.
Mm-hmm. So, I want you to look at Mom's eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Do you recognize Mom's eyes in the lifetime of Lisa?
No.
Okay, very good. So let's see what happens next, Sally. Now that you're safe with
Um,
Mom.
she's glad that I'm home. I think she's worried that the soldiers might come.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we go inside.
What happens next?
She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know whether we should leave or we should stay. Um, she's panicking.
Mm-hmm. Is she the only one there?
She's there's a baby and a baby brother.
Mm-hmm. And where is your father, Sally?
He's in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know whether he's aware.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to notice your emotions now that you're with mom. What emotions are you feeling?
Um, I don't really understand. I don't
I
think
don't
I don't
understand.
understand.
Mm-hmm. Very good. All right. So let's close this scene now and let's go to the next important scene when something happens to affect you. Allow yourself to be there now.
Um, Older,
How old are you there now, Sally?
17.
hmm Notice where you are.
I feel like I'm still in that hut.
hmm Are you by yourself or is there someone else there with you?
I think my brother's
hmm
there. He's 7
hmm
or 8. He might be 8.
Look into his eyes. Do you recognize those eyes in the life of Lisa?
I think it's my eldest daughter.
hmm Very good. So what happens there, Sally? Where's the rest of your family?
My mum's old and frail. She's sitting in the chair in the corner.
hmm
Um, I don't know about my father. I don't know that he came back from the field.
hmm
He's still in the field, but I haven't seen him.
hmm So connect with that knowing. Know what happened to him.
I think he was killed by the soldiers,
hmm
but for some reason they didn't worry about the house. They just kept going.
So notice, Sally, how this has affected your life.
My mum's was never the same,
hmm
and I think that I had to look after my brother and take over the
hmm
responsibilities of looking after her as well because she was not the same
hmm
mentally.
So how does that feel to you, knowing that you had to take
I
over?
kind of feel like this. I couldn't live my life according to what I wanted.
Couldn't live your life, couldn't do what you wanted.
Yeah.
Yes. So notice the emotions coming up for that. What emotion is that?
Mm, feel a bit disconnected, I think. I just
hmm
feel like a bit disconnected.
Very good. So let's close the scene there, Sally, and let's go to the next important scene, something that talks about what happens in your life.
I think my mum passes away. I'm
hmm
going to take my brother. There's no there's nothing here for us anymore. So
Hmm.
I want to explore. So we go into town and um, just explore the town and look around. I don't really have a
Mm-hmm.
plan. We're just sort of winging it. Um,
Yes.
we're just holding hands and
Very good. So notice how you're feeling there.
I feel free.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Um, but I think we need a plan too. We can't just be walking the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we might have an auntie there somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens. Go to that scene where you could understand how your life unfolds.
I find my auntie's place. She's very stern.
Mm-hmm. Look at your auntie's eyes.
Just in,
Do you recognize those eyes in Lisa's life?
I think it's my grandmother that
Mm-hmm. So connect with your
um,
emotions now that you know you're going to be with Auntie.
I felt it would be nice. It's sterile and cold. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to stay here, but I do, and it's in town, so I can explore through the day.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my brother go just exploring the town through the day and just stay there at night. Mm,
So, have you compromised what you're going to be doing?
Um, yeah, I think I'm hoping I'll meet somebody
Mm-hmm.
so I don't have to stay there forever.
Very good. So, let's close this scene and now let's find out what happens in your life. You'll be able to just see that whole life. What's happened?
Hmm. I'm in a big house, like a nice big house.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I think maybe I'm the maid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm just getting tea for the master of the house.
Mm-hmm. Notice how you feel about
Um,
this job.
no, it's okay. I don't mind it. It's better
Mm-hmm.
than um, hmm, the master looks at me like he likes me.
What happens next, Sally?
Um, I get him tea and he grabs my leg like
Mm-hmm. What happens?
and I just walk away, go back
Mm-hmm.
to the kitchen. There's other maids in the kitchen.
So I want you to
Um,
feel the emotions of this.
I think I'm a bit confused at
Mm-hmm. Tell
what
me more.
and I um, I actually think he wants a relationship with me.
Mm-hmm.
He comes to find me and takes me outside with my hand, and oh, he wants to marry me.
Mm-hmm. Connect with your emotions. What are you feeling?
Kind of relieved that I anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I think he'll be a good husband.
Very good. So let's close this scene, and I want you now to go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Go to the last day and notice how old you are.
In the bed in that big, beautiful house.
Mm-hmm. How old are
Mm,
you there?
89.
Mm-hmm. And notice who's with you.
Mm, one of the maids
Mm-hmm.
pulling the blankets up and patting my head. I've got a fever. They're patting my head with a cold washer.
Mm-hmm. Notice what your body is feeling.
Just mean
Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
just tired.
Tired.
Tired, and I've had a good life, and I know it's time.
Mm-hmm. So as you're
I'm at
there
peace with
in
it.
as you're there in bed, you'll be able to just view your entire lifetime, understanding what happened if you had any children, your relationships.
I can't see any children.
Mm-hmm. And notice the type of life you had.
It was okay. Um, it all worked out in the end. I had a
It
nice
all worked out.
life in
Very
that
good.
house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I'd like for you to go ahead and begin to slip out of that body. Feel your spirit just leaving that body behind like an old coat. And as your spirit goes, I want you to tell me what happens after you leave your body. What happens? Where do you go?
I'm just looking down at my
Mm-hmm.
body.
What are you thinking about as you're looking down at your body?
Um, that's time. That's time to
Mm-hmm.
go. And I just feel like my soul is elevating out up.
Mm-hmm. Notice if there's anybody there waiting for you.
It's my mother from that lifetime, but it feels
Mm-hmm.
like my grandma from
Mm-hmm.
this lifetime.
Yeah, so what does she say to you when you see her?
She hugs me and says, I love you,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so happy to see you.
Wonderful. So as you're there with your mother, I want you to think about that life. What was the purpose of that life?
Mm,
What did you need to know or learn or live?
I think I had to learn to be compassionate
Mm-hmm.
with people, um, compassionate towards my husband.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel you did that? Very good. So let's see what happens next. Where do you go to after you're with your mother? I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and let's see what happens after you leave that life. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're there now.
Just resting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in a beautiful sort of, not kind of garden, but like with crystals and
Mm-hmm.
or crystal sort of iridescent walls.
Notice what you look like there. Do you take on an appearance in this place?
Hmm. I just feel like I've got a body form, but it's more of a light body.
Mm-hmm. What color is this light body?
It's white
Mm-hmm.
with a
Very
tinge of blue.
tinge of blue. Very good. So I want the time to go past when you are finished resting in this place. And let's find your guides to find out a little bit about what your purpose and mission is as a soul. So tell me what happens after you leave that garden. Where do you go to next?
In the middle, standing, there's a round table, and I'm standing in the middle of the round table.
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of different souls. Mm, I don't know, I think there's one who's very, very strong.
Mm-hmm.
There are others. I'm just trying to figure out how many. It's three.
3. Very good. And how do you feel in the presence of these souls?
They're kind of like they're not really like I guess they're my guides.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think they want to send me on another mission.
Very good. So let's find out what it is that you need to learn on that next mission. What's the reason for it?
They want me to go back to Earth
Mm-hmm.
to guide people.
To guide people. Very good. So let's find out how it is that you determine where you go on Earth. How do you determine that? Are there others that volunteer to be with you?
Hmm. Yes, I feel like there's souls walking in
Mm-hmm.
either side of me, like I'm standing in the middle, and they're coming in to support me.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you recognize these souls?
Hmm.
Do they feel familiar?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I feel supported by them. I feel like with them I can do this. They're going to help me. It's like
Very
they're
good.
holding me in the middle. Yeah.
Very good. So let's find out what this next mission is. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. When I get to number 1, we'll be at that new place, new time, new lifetime. 5, going to that other lifetime to see that mission. 4, 3, a lifetime to guide people. 2, and 1. You're there now. Notice where you are. Are you indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Outdoors. What is this place? Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's the time of Jesus.
Mm-hmm. The time of
I'm feeling
Jesus.
Jesus, but I don't know that I'm Jesus. I feel like, or I'm
Notice if you're male or female.
a male.
Male. Very good. How old are you there?
30.
30. Very good. And what do they call you there? Listen for your name.
It's Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So, what is it that you're doing there?
And there's people walking with me.
Mm-hmm. There's people walking
We're
with
just
me.
talking. hmm
Mm-hmm.
We're just talking about. Mm, we're just walking and being and
Mm-hmm. Very.
enjoying.
So, what's the importance of this day? What's happening there? Connect with your emotions, your feelings.
The people that are there, I feel like they're the souls that came with me, and we're just connecting through the heart. Like we don't even have to say anything. We're just connecting. There's so much love
Mm-hmm.
and this admiration for each other.
Yes. Very good.
We all know we're all here to for the same reason.
Mm-hmm. And what is the reason that you're there?
Um, we want to bring peace to the
Mm-hmm.
land, peace to the people.
Yes. Very good. All right. So let's close the scene and let's go to the next important scene of that lifetime, something that impacts you. I'm going to count from 3 to 1. When I get to number 1, you'll be at that scene. 3, 2, and 1. You're there now. Notice where
Mm,
you are.
we're at the mouth of a cave. There's been chaos in the town, and they're coming to find us. I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting everyone into the cave.
How many are there with you?
Mm, there's lots of women and children and
Mm-hmm.
old men, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't
So, so
I
as
can't get into the cave.
okay, so notice what type of chaos there is. Is this physical or with people?
Yeah, there's people coming from the town. They capture me,
Mm-hmm.
and it's me that they're after.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go with them.
So you have put everybody in the cave for their well-being?
Pardon?
Have you put everybody into the cave?
Yes, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in the cave.
Okay, very good. So what happens next? Where do you go?
they take me to the village and people are throwing things at me and yelling at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at peace. This is meant to happen.
Okay, very good. So I want you to connect with your feelings. What are you feeling for the people? The ones who are throwing things at you and saying things.
Feel sorry for them because they just they don't understand the purpose of life, and um, they're angry. They have anger in their eyes. They
Mm-hmm.
don't love, and they're not at peace like me.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So what happens next?
They just tie me up in the center of the village so people can torture me. I'm there for days and days,
Mm-hmm.
just there hanging, all tied up to a pole.
Mm-hmm. Notice how you're feeling, what you're thinking.
It's sad to see so much anger and hatred,
Mm-hmm. So what
but
happens next?
I know that I'm going to die here, but I feel good that I got the cave. I think the cave comes out somewhere where I know they'll be safe, so I'm at peace.
Very good.
And mm,
So I want you now to go to the last moment of your life in that lifetime. The last moment. And tell me where you are.
I'm on that pole, and I'm just my head's hanging, my body's stooped, and mm,
So notice your body. Notice if there are any pains in your body.
my knees are all bent over and aching, and my arms are tied around the back of a pole, and my shoulders are aching.
Mm-hmm.
My head's just hanging.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So as your spirit is leaving that body, I want you to notice what it is that you're thinking about as the spirit leaves that body.
I'm ready to go home,
Mm-hmm.
back to source.
Notice what emotions you're feeling as that body is there.
Mm,
What are you feeling?
sad that I'm sad that I didn't get to accomplish. Um, I didn't get to help those angry people.
Mm-hmm.
I could have done more, but at the same time, I'm relieved to go
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm. So as you're thinking about these things and feeling these emotions, notice what happens to your soul after you leave. Where do you go to next?
Mm. Feel like it's made a really quick exit. It's just gone straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So where do you go?
I'm in front of Source. It's like a big white light. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm being embraced, and they're saying, "Good job.
Very good.
You did good."
Wonderful. So as you look back at this life, how is that life that you just lived affecting the lifetime of Lisa? What is she experiencing?
got
Mm-hmm.
heavy.
Mm-hmm. What is that on the chest?
Oh, I feel like something's weighing me down.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to feel that feeling of being weighed down. If you knew, even if you think you're making it up, what is this thing that's on your chest? What does it feel like? It feels like what?
It
Like
feels like just feels heavy.
mm-hmm. If you knew what that heavy feeling on your chest would be, what is that?
It feels like a big, solid
Mm-hmm.
piece.
It feels like what? If you can describe that heaviness, what is that? It feels like what? A heavy what?
Anger.
Mm-hmm. Anger? Mm-hmm. Anger feels heavy.
Mm,
Notice that anger. Does it belong to Lisa or somebody else?
no, it belongs to those people in that
Belongs
village.
to those people. Very good. So I want you to notice how it is that you accumulated all of that anger. What happened?
I think that when I was on that pole, I took on their anger.
Mm-hmm. And this anger, how is it affecting the life of Lisa?
I think that she can get angry at times,
Mm-hmm.
and she's taking on their anger
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes when she gets angry, she doesn't know where it comes from.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to follow some of that anger. Was that anger placed there on purpose? Or was it that this spirit, Lisa's spirit, decided to bring it with her? What is that?
I think she bought it to deal with it.
Okay, very good. So let's find out what is contained in that anger. Why is it that Lisa needs to carry this such heavy anger? It's like a boulder of anger, isn't it?
Mm. Mm.
Notice.
She doesn't need it
Mm,
anymore.
mm-hmm. But how has it been affecting her? Notice how this is affecting her emotions and her body.
Mm. It's it had its time. Like she needed it to be strong and to have that to stick up for herself. And she
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need it anymore. She
Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect from that anger now. We don't need to carry that any longer. So, I want you to come up with the best thing to release that anger. You can either cut it, you can dissolve it, you could blow it up. What would you like to do with that anger?
let's blow it up.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to use to blow it up?
White light.
Beautiful. So, before we blow it up, we need to understand that Lisa brought it with her and she's been hurting herself with this. Can you forgive yourself for bringing with you into this lifetime so much anger that didn't belong to you?
Yep. Yep.
Hmm. Can you forgive those that didn't know any better?
Yes.
All
Yep.
right. So, with that, let's use this beautiful white light of compassion and just blow the smithereens out of this. And tell me what happens with all that anger. Put all that compassion into it.
It's gone. It's like a big rock that's just been blown and
Mm,
it's all into pieces, but then the pieces dissolve.
mm-hmm. But
And you
now look at that
just feel the
spot.
white light in.
Mm-hmm. Look at that spot that's been left from all of this anger. And we need to do something to heal that. Instead of carrying that anger, what would you like to put in the spot instead?
Love
What color do you represent love with?
and rose, pink and gold.
Beautiful. So I want you to go ahead and create a beautiful ray of pink and gold light. And let's bring that in through the crown of your head and fill that entire space that held that very heavy load. And fill it with beautiful love. And as you fill it, I want you to go ahead and keep expanding it out to the rest of your body. Feel that love going to every cell of your body and almost imagining every cell smiling back at you as you give it love. And since the skin is the largest organ, go ahead and send it out beyond your skin and wrap yourself up in that beautiful pink and golden blanket of love. Tell me how that feels.
Feel warm.
Beautiful, beautiful. I want you to do a scan of your body. Your body should be shining bright white with light as our soul, our spirit shines. And I want you to see if there's any areas of your body that aren't quite looking right, that don't feel right. Do a scan of these areas that are showing sensations.
There's something under my left rib.
On your left rib. Okay. So I want you to focus on that sensation under your left rib. And I want you to intensify that feeling. And if you could just identify what that is under your left rib, what do you come up with? It's kind of like
Mm,
what?
it's burning.
Burning. Very good. Keep going. Make that burning stronger. And if you knew the origin of that burning, I want you to go there now. Allow your spirit to take you to that burning sensation. What is that? It's like what? Make it
Mm,
stronger. Feel it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind, even if you think you're making it up? What's this burning sensation under your rib?
I'm seeing a man burning.
A man burning. Very good. Keep going.
He's been burned alive.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. What else do you notice?
I feel like he attached there or something.
Mm-hmm.
His spirit.
Okay. So I want you to just ask this inner knowing of yourself, is this a past life or is this something that's separate from you?
No, it's not a past life.
Okay, very good. So let's make a connection with this burning man. I'm going to count from 1 to 3. I want you to lend him your lips and your words. Allow him to speak with me. 1, 2, and 3. You there under the rib. What is your name, please?
Ken,
Ken. How old are you, Ken?
50,
50.
55,
50.
55,
And what year is this, Ken?
1973.
And what happened to you, Ken? I want you to notice what happened to your
Mm,
body.
I'm burnt in a house fire.
Mm-hmm.
I was asleep in my house. I don't know what happened, but I woke up burning alive.
Mm-hmm. So, Ken, I want you to go to the moment in which you realize that you're burning alive. And what is the last thing that you're thinking about as you're burning?
Oh, it took me by surprise. I didn't.
Hmm.
It. Uh, hmm,
What are you thinking about as this is happening?
hmm. It's very painful. Very
Very,
painful.
very painful. And notice the emotions
It's,
that your body is feeling as you're feeling this burning.
I'm screaming, and it's painful, and it's not nice.
Mm-hmm. Notice how your body is reacting to this burning.
It's in agony.
In agony. Very good.
Mm,
So I want you to see the last moment that you were in that body and just slip out of it. Slip out of it, Ken, and tell me what happens after you leave that body behind. Where do you go?
I'm a bit lost because I wasn't prepared,
You
and
weren't prepared.
mm,
So I want you to notice when it is that you found Lisa. How old was she?
mm, 10.
10. And what was it about Lisa that attracted you to her?
Oh, she was fiery too.
She was fiery.
Mm, she was had fire and passion, and
hmm So notice, Ken, how you've been affecting her all this time.
mm, give her pain, make her
hmm
feel
Notice where
pain.
the pains are that you're giving her. What are these pains?
Mm, it's in her. It's in her stomach.
hmm What else?
I make her sort of get like a burning indigestion refluxy.
So she feels this indigestion.
Mm,
What else? Do,
I mess with her digestive system.
hmm do
Um,
what else?
it's like I mess with her food intake, and yeah, just mess it all up.
Okay. Do you have anything to do with her elbows or knees or back? Or is that something
I
else?
think, mm, yeah, I think that's something else.
Okay, very good. So, Ken, a question for you. Why is it that you couldn't find your way back home after your body burned and your spirit left that body? Were you
I didn't.
trapped?
I didn't know how. I don't.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
know how.
would you like me to help you?
Yes, yeah.
All right. So, Ken, we are all created from the light, and within us is that spark of light. I want you to find that little spark now. Tell me when you find it, Ken. It may be really teeny.
I can see it.
hmm So, I want you to expand that light and make it really big so that you can see, you can experience what comes through. What do you sense?
Peace.
Peace. Very good.
Mm,
So, this is the peace that your spirit needed in order to go home, Ken. But I want you to notice if part of your spirit is trapped in that body that was burned.
yes, yeah.
Would you like to invite that part of your soul to connect once again?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and allow yourself to free from that experience. Tell me how that feels.
I feel like
Do you
one
feel whole again?
again.
Mm-hmm. But notice now how you have been affecting Lisa.
Mm. I've been giving her pain and
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
no,
No.
no.
What would you like to tell Lisa now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize. I just she was lost.
Mm-hmm. Lisa, are you ready now to assist Ken in going home?
Yeah.
Okay, find out where it is that he is connected. And I want you to go deep into it as if you were weeding a garden, and I want you to pull his energy out and give it to him. You don't need that any longer. Pull it all out. Don't leave anything there. And Ken, I want you to pull out your energy and notice if there's anybody waiting for you in the light.
Mm. There's people there.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to meet with those people now?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So, Ken, make your way into the light, into the arms of your friends waiting for you and your guides. And may the light of the universe always accompany you, Ken. Thank you.
Thank
And now, Lisa, close that portal down. And now we want to put something in that space where Ken was burning. What would you like to put there instead of feeling that burning pain that wasn't yours? What would you like to fill that with?
I feel like I need to put cool blue.
Beautiful. So
It's
see a
cool.
beautiful, cool blue going in there, filling that space. And tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
Very good. So now that you're done with that, I want you to once again scan your body and let's find out what you notice next.
Hmm. Still something below my belly button in my
Mm-hmm.
stomach.
All right. So I want you to go and do the same thing again. I want you to amplify the feeling and notice what it feels like. If you can describe what that is.
It's just like a sick feeling.
A sick feeling. Very good. So go deeper into that sick feeling. Make it even stronger. And if you knew, even if you think you're making it up, if you knew what that sick feeling was, notice if it's yours or somebody else's. What
I
is
think
that?
it's mine.
All right, very good. So I want you to just intensify that sick feeling. And I'm going to count from 5 to 1, and we're going to find the origin of where that began. We're going to go through time to a memory of when that began. 5, going through time and space. 4, intensify that sick feeling. 3, make it even stronger now, feeling that sick feeling in your stomach. 2 and 1, you're there now. How old are you there?
Mm. 30,
Mm-hmm.
32.
32. Who are you with?
I'm by myself and I'm vomiting.
Mm-hmm. What's happening? Why are you vomiting?
I'm not well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually vomiting blood now.
Mm-hmm. So you're
Mm,
vomiting, you see blood.
just go back to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I've been sick for a long time, and I think I just go back to my bed. I feel like I'm alone
Mm-hmm.
in just a little. Maybe it's a cell,
Mm-hmm.
like a
So I want you to
giant cell.
notice, are you female there or male?
Yes, I'm female.
Female. Mm-hmm. And you say you're 32. I want you to listen for your name. What do they call you there?
It's Cecile.
Cecile. What year is this, Cecile?
1800s.
1800s. Mm-hmm. And what area of the earth is this? What do you call this place?
It's London.
What is
I
it?
think I'm in London.
London. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I think I'm in a dungeon
Mm-hmm. Are you by
in the
yourself there,
cell.
Cecile?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to notice this sick feeling. What emotions come with it, too?
I'm all alone, and I think I'm sick because I'm malnourished, and yeah, I haven't seen light. I can only just see a little crack of light.
All right, very good. So, Cecile, we're going to close the scene and go back to a time when you were not in that dungeon to find out how you got there, to find the origin of how you got there. 5, going through time and space now. 4, 3, before you were in that dungeon. 2, and 1. Where are you?
I'm just think I'm in a little house, and
A little house. Mm-hmm.
I'm mixing herbs. I think I'm mixing herbs for in a mortar and pestle, like
Mm-hmm. And what
grinding them up.
and what do you use these herbs for?
And I think I'm just experimenting with them, and um, I use them for different things and put them on the body to heal different ailments.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So, Cecile, what happens next?
I think that's why got put in the dungeon because people and
Mm-hmm. What
they didn't
happens?
like it. They thought I think someone comes to get healed and then they must have told somebody else and then the word got around town
Mm-hmm.
and they come and arrest me
Okay.
and take me to the dungeon.
Okay. So now that you're in the dungeon, I want you to go to the last day of your life. Go to the last moment. Where are you?
Hmm. Dungeon, just laying on the concrete,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been vomiting and vomiting for days.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sick in the stomach.
Yes. Notice what you're thinking about as you're there. What is it that you're telling yourself as this body is just dying away?
And
What is it?
it's not fair that
Not
I
fair.
just wanted to help people and it's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do anything wrong. People just didn't understand.
Mm-hmm. And when you're saying these things, how are you feeling emotionally?
Hmm. I'm sad and I feel sick in the tummy because it's not right.
Mm-hmm. It's not right. And when you feel this way, notice how it affects your body.
It hurts. Hurts my tummy. Like it just doesn't sit right with me.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So I want you to notice how it is that this is affecting the lifetime of Lisa. Why is she feeling this way in her lifetime? This sick feeling in her tummy. What does she think about?
Hmm. I think Lisa likes to. She wants to make things right. She doesn't like people doing wrong by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes she speaks her mind and people don't like it, and then she feels they don't understand that
Mm-hmm.
she gets very protective of her family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes she will just say it how it is, and then they don't like that, and then that makes her feel sick that
Mm-hmm.
she's made them.
So you understand that this feeling in her tummy has nothing to do with the lifetime of Lisa. This
Mm,
has to do with the life of Cecile, in which people didn't understand what she was doing.
mm,
Is there any reason why she needs to punish herself, her body, with this feeling of this queasiness in her stomach, thinking that she's going to be punished by others for speaking her mind?
no, because she just no, she doesn't need that anymore. I don't think
Mm-hmm. Do you do you realize what she's doing to herself when she speaks her mind?
Mm,
She's connecting with the lifetime of Cecile.
mm.
Is there any reason why she should feel that someone's going to throw her in the dungeon when she speaks her mind? When she tries to help people?
Well, it's yeah, she's just trying. She sees things how they are, and she says it how it is, and
Hmm?
some people don't like that. They don't like, the truth. So I guess Lisa feels like she shouldn't then say things.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So tell her the truth. Does she need to still be connected to this lifetime of Cecile dying such a terrible death?
No, she doesn't.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's go back to the life of Cecile once again. And I want you to go to the last moment of the death of Cecile. And I want you to notice if a part of her spirit remained in that body.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Notice what kept her
Mm.
trapped in there. What emotions, what thoughts kept her trapped in that feeling of being in a dungeon?
She felt misunderstood
She
and
felt misunderstood. Very good.
mm,
So I want you to talk to this part of your soul and invite it now to come with you into the light.
it's time to go. It's time to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need that. We don't need to feel that anymore.
Mm-hmm. So as you do, I want you to bring in that very powerful light from source into that tummy that's been vomiting so much. And allow that light to take you back home. And tell me when you feel whole again.
It's like Peter Pan holding hands with
Mm,
pulling everyone up. It's flying up and
very good.
yeah.
Very good. So now that you're feeling whole, we're going to go once again back to the moment in which you were arrested and put in that dungeon. Now that you're whole. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're now in that dungeon once again, having been accused. And I want you to tell me how you're feeling this time. Notice what your body feels like, Cecile.
That's I feel okay. I think they don't understand, and that's okay. So
Mm,
I don't feel sick about it anymore.
very good. Very good. So let's disconnect from that lifetime now. You can even imagine it as if it was a boat tied to a pier. And I want you to untie that line that connects the life of Cecile to the life of Lisa. And I want you to just allow that boat to just drift away, no longer connected, no longer feeling those feelings any longer. And as you do now, I want you to bring back with you all of the energies that were taken from you from that life. I want you to sense where all that energy went. And now ask for that energy back. I want you to just imagine all of the energy that was taken from you from that life and just bring it back into your body, no longer having been connected to that. And tell me when that's done.
I'm done.
Very good. Very good. So now let's do a scan of the body once again. And notice what shows up now.
Yeah, it's the elbows.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So once again, I want you to intensify the feeling in the elbows. And let's find the origin of that. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. With each number, I want you to intensify the feeling of those elbows, feeling that pain. When I get to number 1, I want you to tell me what you come up with. 5. Focusing on your elbows, intensify the feelings. 4. Make them even stronger. It feels like what? Think about it. 3. Even stronger now. It reminds you of what? 2 and 1. What is that? Notice where you are.
See my grandmother from this lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
The grandmother that's very stern.
Mm-hmm. What's happening?
I don't know why it's connected to my elbows though.
Mm-hmm. What's grandmother doing?
Mm. She's watering the lawn
She's
and
what?
I'm walking. She's watering the lawn.
She's watering the lawn. Mm-hmm. How old are you
Just to a
there?
place to get 13.
14. Mm-hmm. What's happening?
Uh, I'm just walking past there because I have to walk past there from school. And she's planted grass seed and she's watering. And she's
Mm-hmm.
looking at me as if to say, "Don't walk on my grass."
Mm-hmm.
And as I walk past, she says, "Hello, Lisa."
Mm-hmm. I mean, how does that make you
But
feel when she says
it's
that?
hello. I just feel like it's a bit sad that we don't have a connection. Like she's my grandmother, and I just walk past and say hi, Nan, and keep walking. Mm, I hope I'm not like her when I'm older. I think.
Mm-hmm. So notice what's happening with your arms while this is going on.
I actually feel like they're getting lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just don't. I'm thinking that she's so rigid.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's affected my elbows.
Very good. So I want you to notice if you took on any of her energy, any of her rigid ways.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay. And notice if you gave her anything when you said, would it be nice to have a better relationship with her?
Hmm. I think she took some of my softness.
Okay, very good. So, what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to address your Nan now. And I want you to tell her, Nan, give me back my energy now.
Nan, give me back my energy now.
I want you to extend your arms out now and receive that energy into your arms. Go ahead. Extend your arms out. Take it back and put that energy where it belongs. That softness. Notice everywhere in your body. Put it back. And now I want you to notice in your body any energy that does not belong to you, that belongs to her. And I want you to pull it out. I want you to physically grab it from your body and pull it out and give it to her. It doesn't belong to you. And when you give it to her, I want you to say now, disconnect your energy from me now. And tell me what happens.
Energy back. I take mine back.
Mm-hmm. Feel the sensation in your body. And now, can you forgive yourself for having taken on this energy that wasn't yours? Can you forgive your Nan for not knowing any better? This was her personality. Yeah. Very good. So now that you have given back the energy and taken yours back, I want you to look at your elbows. And I want you to just bring in a color that represents healing for you. What color is that?
Green.
Beautiful. So I want you to bring in that beautiful green, almost like an aloe, very soothing, very lubricating. And bring that in. And let's lubricate with that green color your elbows. And you could send that color to any other part of your body that needs healing at this time. And tell me when you're done.
Done.
Very good. So now with that, let's take a look at the body once again. Using your spiritual eyes, let's look at your knees, your back, and notice how it feels now.
Yes, it feels good.
Feels good. Very good. Is there anything left in the body that needs to be taken care of at this time, or do you feel that your body is feeling right?
I think it's right.
Very good. Where you are feeling that sensation, those thoughts. I want you to notice if this is coming from Lisa or outside of Lisa. I don't want you to think about it. I want you to just know.
Not really getting anything.
Mm-hmm. So if you knew the answer, if you knew,
I think she's a bit lost.
mm-hmm. Let's find out when she got lost. I want you to go to that moment in time in which Lisa got lost. Just know it. Just be there. If you knew the moment in which Lisa got lost, what was happening, be there now. Notice the feeling of lost. What is it that Lisa has lost?
Sometimes she wonders why she's here, like what's her purpose,
Mm-hmm.
um, where's her passion gone?
Mm-hmm.
You become a mother and a wife, and it, looking after everybody else.
Mm-hmm. So I want you to tell Lisa, when she was a little girl, she had a different body, didn't she? It was smaller. She had different teeth. She had different hair, different nails. It's not the body that she's wearing now, is it? No. That body has changed. And yet, it's still Lisa. And as she got older, the body changed even more. She began to change the shape. She began to get curves, different teeth, different experiences. Was that the same body or a different body of Lisa's?
Different body.
Different. Because the body changes constantly. Billions of cells die each day and are reborn. But yet, it's the same Lisa. It's the same spirit in this body. And as the changes go on, it's like a metamorphosis. If you've ever seen a chrysalis, it looks very different than a butterfly, but it's still the same one that went in and came out. So as Lisa is changing from a child to a teenager to a wife and mother, is it the same soul? Is it the same spirit?
Yes.
Yes. So is Lisa lost, or is it that she is changing?
Changing.
Changing. Very good. So the question is not whether she is lost, it's what is she creating? So, what is it that Lisa came into this life to do?
She's here just to hold the light for others.
She's here to hold the light to others. So, it doesn't matter what it is that she's doing, where she is, or who she's with, is it? A light doesn't matter, doesn't care what light shade it wears, does it?
No.
No. So, what is it that Lisa wants to do next? Where does she want to live her passion? What does she want to do? Does she want to drown herself and numb herself, thinking that she's lost? Or does she want to create herself every day as a shiny new butterfly coming out of her chrysalis every day?
Yeah, she wants to shine.
Very good. So notice what she's been doing as she's been trying to numb herself, thinking that she was lost all this time. Had she forgotten that?
She's,
Mm-hmm.
mm, yeah.
She forgotten that she was the light.
Mm,
So I want you to go ahead and I want you to show Lisa what her soul looks like. And as you begin to see the soul, I want you to expand to see the true size of your soul. Notice how big this soul is.
it's
Notice
never
how,
ending.
what is it?
Never ending.
Never ending. Very good. So, in this never ending light that her soul is there any reason why to stop living? Why to numb yourself? Knowing that you are eternal, that you go on forever. So, what advice do you give Lisa now about these problems that she says she has?
You just need to love yourself more
Mm-hmm.
and have more faith in yourself and shine that beautiful light that you are.
Mm-hmm. Love yourself, have more faith in yourself, and shine that light. Very good. So, I want you to notice in the relationships that you are having right now, I want you to notice how much light you are actually shining in your relationships.
Not enough.
Not enough. So I want you to notice how that affected those that were receiving that light.
Mm. I, mm, I think she shuts it down because she feels that people take from her, but it's okay. That light's there to
Mm-hmm.
people to take.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
But not be so closed.
Not be so close. Are we ready now to open yourself up and allow that love to expand out?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. So I want you to notice where in your body you are restricting this love, this light. Where was it?
In my heart.
Are we ready to open that heart up now?
Yeah.
Notice what that heart looks like when it was restricted.
It's just restricted.
What's tying it? What's keeping it restricted?
It's like it's tied with a rope.
Very good. Are you ready now to release those ropes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are you going to use to release those ropes?
I'm going to cut them.
All right. So go ahead and cut them and tell me what
S-
happens.
I cut one and then it all just releases.
Mm-hmm. Notice how your body is feeling once you cut it.
Lighter.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So we had come up with a color that represented love for you. What was that color? Or you can use a different color for your heart. What color?
Um, it's like a shimmering white light with silver
Beautiful.
kind of.
So I want you to go ahead and fill your heart with that light and make it so bright that it almost like pushes out of your heart. And I want you to see in front of you those that you have kept your light from. And I want you to send your light to them now, heart to heart. You can line them all up in front of you. How does that feel to give?
It's like those party poppers when you pop them and all the streamers fly out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's my heart's just exploded like that.
Excellent.
That
Excellent.
feels good.
Good. So now that your heart is full of love, let's connect with Larry, your horse. And I want you to speak with him and allow him to answer you telepathically. Why is it that he is not allowing you to ride him?
He will. He he's he will.
He will.
Yeah.
Very good. So I want you to do the same thing. I want you to connect your heart with his. Tell me what happens.
And puts his
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
he was picking up my he was picking up my vibes, but
Mm-hmm. The
with good
restriction.
intent.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Mm,
So you now notice that if you are getting near a horse with a restricted heart, how are they going to feel?
the same.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now that your heart is popping with streamers of love and your body is feeling good, is there anything else that we need to take care of today, or do you feel that we are complete?
Um, how can she connect more? What is how can she connect to her spirit guides more?
All right, so let's find out. I want you to go ahead and go to that place in which you were meeting with your guides. See yourself there now. Transport yourself to that room with those guides. Tell me when you're there.
I'm there.
Mm-hmm. So these guides were the ones who told you about your mission to life.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go ahead and ask them how it is that you can connect with them more.
How do I connect more?
Mm-hmm. And just
They're
know the answer.
laughing.
And they're laughing, of course.
They're laughing.
Mm-hmm.
They're
What do
saying
they
we're
tell
always
you?
connected.
You're always
We're
connected.
always.
Very good.
Mm.
Very good. Good. Are there any other questions that you have of your guides at this time?
No, there's some angels there. They're just standing next to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying you've been calling us in
Mm-hmm.
and asking for guidance, and we're giving it to you. It's just not how you want it. It's not as in your face, but it's there.
Very good. Do they have any advice for you at this time?
Just patting me on the back and they're saying, keep going.
Keep going.
You've
Very
got
good.
lots of love to give to all the children, and you're doing a great job working with the special needs children. They love you. They absolutely adore you. make
Mm-hmm.
the world a better place.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So actually, the work that Lisa's supposed to be doing, she's already doing in her job, isn't she?
It's
Helping
just there.
people, guiding them.
Yes, and some of those kids, uh, they feel like she's their safe place.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now that Lisa's heart has expanded even more, imagine how much more safe they're going to feel. Very good. Is there anything else? Or are we complete now?
I think we're done.
Very good. 5, wide awake, completely alert, feeling wonderful all over.
Wow, thank you, Alba.
You're welcome. So, so as I always ask, how does your body feel?
I feel quite light, actually. Yeah.
And all of these aches and pains, your rib, your elbows,
Yeah, feeling good at the moment.
but it
Mm,
was good.
yeah. Yeah, it was good.
So, Lisa,
Yeah.
do you want to share this with other people? What do you feel?
I mean, I'd be happy for my voice to be maybe done without just my face, if that's possible.
To take out your face,
Mm,
to blur it out a little bit?
yeah, yeah,
We could do that. All right.
yeah,
And
cool.
I'll just tell
All right.
everybody, since you're watching this, is if you want a session with me, just go to my website, albaweinman.com, sign up for the mailing list, which will get you a newsletter almost every month. And that's how Lisa got this session. She is down under, and I do send out a newsletter just for them for evening sessions for me. And yeah, if you want a session, just sign up and let's see if we can meet each other. So thank you for watching. Until the next time, much love to you. Bye bye.